fire it up. Oh, forgot to pull all this out. That bugged me the first time I plugged everything and pushed the power button. I'm like, why isn't it starting? Well, because the little safety switch here. Pull that out, fires up. Now, as you can see, like I talked about before, you got a red light and a green light. You probably can't see with the flash on. And then you got a green light right here. And then you got an orange blinking light there. Once it's loaded, that'll turn green. Actually, it'll shift to the other LED, I think, is what it does. As I was talking about before, a COM port right here for your trackball, and then you're good to go. So let's go to the front. As you can see, it says initialization. We'll let it boot all the way up, and I'll just show you that it works and everything, and then I'll show you what I mean by the test menu, and we'll go through the dip switch settings. So it takes a minute. I did get that panel in, so that's the next thing, is I'm going to do this control panel overlay probably after this video is over, and I'll put another video and show you guys what it came out to look like, but I have to take all the controls off to do it, so I figured I'd do this video first. So it says finalization, should boot up in a second. I took the music off because it just gets annoying after a while. It's kind of funny to begin with, but then it gets annoying. Like I said, I got my screen shifted over. Still got to work on that. So you hit the player one start button. It flashes, and then you kind of know that it's working. I didn't know that at first, so I had all my controls hooked up, and I'm like hitting the joystick, and nothing's happening, and I'm like so mad. I can't figure out what's going on until I realize that it's not set on free play. Nothing works. You can't scroll the menu or anything until you put a coin in. So remember that. Put it on free play. That way you can actually just hit the start button. Or remember to put a coin in. Okay, so you just flip through your boards here. It's kind of tricky. Like if I go to the right here and I want to go to the next page and I hit right, it goes down. You actually got to go to the 9th or the 6th one and then hit over, then it goes to the next page. So it has to go through all of them. Now, you can skip around. I could just go down, then over. So anyways, that's this. And I believe I have it set up for rapid fire on Galaga. So let me see if that's working. I turned the music down just because it was so loud before. So this is not rapid fire, even though I think I turned it on, but so we'll mess with that and see if we can get it to work. So let me just die. For some reason there's 4 guys here. It's a lot of guys. I might turn that down. So I think you typically get 3, like Pac-Man and stuff. Everything you get 3. Donkey Kong you get 3. So I can't remember how many you get, so I'll have to look at original one or fire up my old one just to see how many you get. But the sound works really good. I turned it down. How you turn it down on your board is pretty simple. There's a little teeny tiny orange little screwdriver connection thing right there. It's very stiff, and very tiny movement goes from no sound at all to super blurring. So you gotta just kind of mess with it back and forth till you get it right. Mine was really loud, and I come home late and I want to play a couple games. I don't want to wake up the whole house. So, I mean, I could hook up the headphone jack and run headphones to the front and put a headphone jack on the front of the machine so I could put headphones on and play. But then I'd be messing with the machine itself. I mean, I'd have to do something that would be temporary. I don't know how I would do that. I guess I could put it in the control panel, drill a hole, and have a headphone jack there. That way I could crank it up and play. So anyways, so now it's just on the track mode because I died. So hit this one player start button again, and it goes to the other game. So that's pretty much that. So let's turn it off and put the test mode on. So come back here, turn the machine off. It's off now. You can see all the lights went off. And then we will flip, I believe it's number 4 on. And that should take me to the test menu. Okay, so you got your test menu. And, and this is where you adjust your monitor and all that kind of stuff. That I'm doing last. Okay, so you have your 3 fire buttons. It says fire 2 is next. This is actually my fire 3 because for some reason I did fire 1, fire 2, fire 3. So then all of a sudden my fire for Galaga and Dig Dug and everything was over here, and I really wanted it to be this one. So all I did is switch the wires. So this should be 1, 2, 3 going this way. So I hit 2 for next. Goes into the menu. Let me try to focus here. Then you can dip switch settings setup, right? So you go off the manual, and it kind of tells you what's what in the manual, what to turn on, what to turn off. And this is for the whole system. So like on, it shows demo music, no, right? Now if I hit fire, it turns it off and it says demo music, yes. So now there will be demo music when the game's not being played. That I don't want, at least right now, and I can always turn it back on. So you go this way, demo sound, game demo sound. I have that off, and that's so when it's doing its game demo, like if you let it sit, it'll automatically start going through games, and then the sound from the game will play. This first one is the music in the menu, that jazzy tune I was talking about. This is the game sound in the demo. And then the third one is free play, so I've turned that on. So you just hit the fire button, which will be number 3. Fire button 3, so you just turn that on. And then 4 is the cabinet, so mine's of course upright, 1 control. You can set up for 2 controls. Trackball settings, what does this one do? Okay, so this changes upright, 2 controls. This changes upright or cocktail. So mine's cabinet, 1 control. If you have 2 controls, you can do that. 6 is trackball normal. So you can exchange the X, Y. And then this one, you can trackball direction and click and stuff. And then 8 is nothing, I believe. Okay, so you want to go next. So we're done with this menu. You hit this one would be number 1. So this one actually goes back. Like I said, 1 is back, 2 is next. So we hit 2. That's all set up. We hit 2 again. It goes to Miss Pac-Man. So right now it has life 5, extra life none, difficulty easy, speed normal, being dot, right? So life 3 on, life, and this changes 1 life, 2 life, 3 extra life. I want at, let's say 20,000, difficulty easy. This actually changes it to 10,000. So I like 10,000, so we'll go there. 5 easy, normal, or easy hard. We'll just go on. We'll just leave it easy for now, I guess. Speed, normal, or fast. So we'll put it on fast. And then dot. Do you want hearts or on dots? We don't want dots. And then 8. I don't think 8 does anything. So hit 2, and then see if I hit 2, it goes to Galaga. So first one, like I said, hardest, easy. 2, hard, easy. Shooting, continuous, yes. 4, extra life. At those values, 5. It changes to 100,000, so we'll just leave that on, whatever. Extra life, on, off. 7 lives, I want 3. So it automatically, see, it changed automatically when you get extra lives, which is fine. Number 8 doesn't do anything, or it changes your extra life or lives to 2. So then we go down here, and only the first one controls bullet speed. So we want fast, and then we'll just hit. You can also hit the setup button, which is player 1 fire. Right, so start is a setup. It says setup OK. Next. And so you can go through every single game and set, and based on the manual, you can go through and set all the dip switches. So it just goes for days and days and days. And then if you get so then at the end you should have Pac-Man 2, right? And in the manual it says this is the fast one. Well, if you look at it, it's not fast at all. So you gotta, so we'll make this the hard one. Speed, fast, done, right? Galaga, same thing. So it's, let's do hardest. Oops. Was I medium? We'll do hardest. Shooting continuous. Extra life on. Whatever. Lives 3. Bullets. Speed is the next one. So we'll make this like the same, but just hard and instead of that. So then set up OK. Next. Pac-Man 2. Junior Pac-Man 2, Pac Plus 2, volume adjustment. So here I can turn it up a little bit. So we'll turn it up to like, see, that's the music that plays during the menu. So we'll leave it at 69. Okay, next. Now this is test all your inputs. So up, down, left, right, player 1 start, 1, 2, 2, 3. Oh, see, that's the one thing about this I forgot is if you hit the S1, it'll go back. So you can't hit that one. So no. So you can just test all your connections. I mean, I can even test coins, but the coins I don't believe are hooked up. We can test it though. See, coin 1. Because they're hooked up to that edge connector. So it just says coin 1, doesn't, no matter which one I flip. So I don't know what's up with that, but anyways. And then it says right now we're on dip 4, I think is that what that means. And then S3 says last, so this is saying this is S1, so, and this is saying S2, and then S3 says last, but that just goes back because this is the end of the test menu. So that's it. That's all your connections and everything. So we'll go back to the back and turn it off. Turn it back on. Oh, actually turn it off. And we got to flip the dip switch back, number 4. So they're all down right now. And turn this back on, and hopefully everything will work, and I can conclude this video here. That was my messy bed. I didn't make the bed this morning. Actually, my girlfriend loves these things. She tells everybody about them, so I'm very lucky. Guys, if you're going to get in this hobby, it's a very expensive hobby. She actually bought me this one for my birthday, and actually drove all the way to Canada with me to get that one. So she's very understanding. She actually likes that I'm tinkering on stuff. It gives her time to do her thing. But it is an expensive hobby. I see a lot of guys on forums saying, what's the cheapest thing? And where do, you know, they don't want to spend a lot of money. Well, first off, this machine I got cheap, and that was $500. You know, after I put everything in it, new control panel, everything like that, I'm in at like $700, $800. And that's not counting whatever I have to do to the monitor. So that machine right there was about $500, another $100 for the 16-1, and then you know, new T-molding, new cider, new this and that. You know, you're going to be in at some money. So, like I said, start off with a JAMA machine. Start off with something that get a JAMA machine. Get a Pandora's box, 400 games in one. Plug it in and be happy, and learn the arcade business before you dive in and start trying to buy a whole bunch of machines. So anyway, so here we go. So let's see if Galaga changed. I don't know if it did or if it will. So let's start. Yeah, just start again. And let's see if it actually did the rapid fire. I don't know if it will or not. See, so now it's got rapid fire. So I don't even have to fire. What I learned on my original Galaga, because my original Galaga had continuous fire, is that you can actually fire faster if you click it than if you just hold it down, because it just does that. This one, it seems to actually slow you down to hit the button, but so I'm trying to play with one hand and and show you guys. So sorry about the shakiness. Maybe I'll invest in a tripod here if some guy. So subscribe, like, whatever you want to do. Next episode, I'm gonna have my control panel on, push this thing back in the corner, and I'm gonna be kind of done with this one for now. I do have new T-molding that I got in, but you know, before I do a T-molding, I got to do some repair. I got to take this off. I got to take all the stickers off, everything, sand some stuff down. So I'm going to Texas for a week next week, so not going to have time to mess with that. So right now, after I turn this video off, I'm going to put that control panel overlay on. Might do a little quick video of that if I can find something to hold my camera here, or maybe I'll use an iPad, and then we'll be good to go. So only thing is, I still haven't figured out what's going on with this trackball. It looks like if I go here, it looks like that's fairly big. I mean, I don't know how to measure it here. If I look at my 2-inch track, or this is a 2 1/4. I think the last video I said is a 1 1/2 inch. It's actually 2 1/4 inch. If you look at it, it's quite a bit smaller. You know, it's quite a bit smaller than that. So this panel might actually work good for this one, because if you look at that, it's about the same. So you know, you got about 1/4 inch on each side. And if I look up here and I do the same thing here, get about 1/4 inch on each side. So this might actually work fine for this bigger hole, but we'll have to see. You know, I have to put it on there, and if it's going to cut into this green part, then I don't think I'm going to use this. I might use this one. So anyways, so that's that. If it turns out that I can cut the circle and not run into these green arrows, then I'll probably just get a new trackball and get a bigger trackball, and then I don't have to worry about getting a new panel or anything. Even though actually the new panel is only 20 bucks, where the trackball is like 60 bucks. But it's always good to have spare trackballs laying around, because I do have a LED trackball that I'm going to use in my Hyperspin cabinet, and so that one could be one I can play with and not burn up my LED one until I get the final product done. So anyways, this is YouCanDoItTech, and now time to do some control panel overlay on here. So, and trying to keep this video a little bit short, I'm going to cut it off here. Like I said, like, send me comments, subscribe, tell your buddies, friends, put it on your Facebook, I don't care, and hopefully we can get some more videos going and show you guys what you need to know to do your own project. If you have a project question, like you're working on a machine, I know sometimes you go on the forums and you know, or somebody, you put the question in and they're like, oh, you're an idiot, I can't believe you asked that, don't you know how to use Google or whatever. Just ask, just ask, and I'll answer. I don't care. I started off not knowing anything. I'm very electronic savvy, computer savvy, and engineering savvy, so I'll answer it. If I don't know, I'll find out for you, and I will post an answer to you, or I'll make it a video. So that's pretty easy stuff. I just want to let you guys know, you know, hey, a lot of people on the internet has helped me figure stuff out. So I'm, you know, if you are having trouble figuring something out, shoot me a message, or if you want to know where I got something from, like that Galaga board, that's 2bits.com. He shipped really fast, and the board works fine. Now, if I find out this monitor's messed up because of the board, I'll let you know, but I don't think it is. I think it's just the monitor needs a new cap or something like that. So, if you have any questions about anything, let me know. I did get another purchase, so you can show you right here. Oh, got a whole bunch of T-molding down here. So, like I said, when I'm gonna do my new cabinet, redo my cabinets, I got T-molding. It's only like $10 for 20 feet of this. So I just ordered it to see how the quality was, and then I'm going to order more for my other cabinets. But the main one I wanted to show you is I got, this was from JAMA Boards, I believe. It's the Pandora's Box version 2. The Blue Elf, from what I've heard, is crappy. Pandora's Box 1 was okay. But the Pandora's Box 2, from what I've seen, all the reviews that I've seen for it, that the games are pretty awesome. And I've watched the gameplay videos of people that I trust on YouTube, and the gameplay videos are pretty spot on. Some of the games, I actually have the games, like my Capcom versus Street Fighter over there, and some other games. I actually have the games, so I could probably tell if there was something wrong with the emulation on those. On this, and they look good. The only thing about this, and the reason people don't like these, is because they don't just plug in. They look like JAMA, they say they're JAMA, but they're not. JAMA, whatever you want to call it. But they're not. So, and basically the reason is because they have a built-in, basically, kick harness stuff on here for 6 buttons. So it messes with the typical JAMA, because typical JAMA doesn't have 6 buttons. It has, you know, less than 6 buttons, as maximum 3. And that's why CPS2s have kick harnesses and everything else. So to get around that and to be able to plug this directly into a JAMA connection, like my cabinet out in the hallway, which is where this is going to go, is you have to get what's called a Blue Elf adapter. And who sells that is Paradise Arcade, same people that sent me all the stuff for my Hyperspin cabinet with the LED push buttons and everything, and LED joysticks. They sell a lot of cool stuff on there. They sell boards for mods to mod your Xbox controllers, Xbox One controller PCBs. Say you throw your controller at the TV and you bust up your TV and your controller, you can go on there and get the internal components for that controller for the Xbox One and replace it. You want to make your own custom controller with whatever LED mod buttons and all that kind of crazy stuff, they have that stuff. So I bought this from I bought the adapter from them. It's shipped today. Like I said, so next video I'll probably be hooking this one up. So that plugs right in, then you plug it right into your JAMA, and it comes with its own kick harness for that adapter board. So it'll be similar to what I did with the Galaga adapter board, where the buttons come straight off the board, and that makes it really easy. It's got a headphone jack here and volume button. I've heard volume between different games, it doesn't stay steady. That's what somebody said, but I want to say they were talking about the Blue Elf, not this one. So we'll test that out. It does have oh, this is the test button, test menu button. That's the headphone jack, and then it's got a VGA. So technically, if you had a JAMA edge connector or JAMA wiring harness and a power supply, you could hook up your power supply, plug it into the wall, plug the adapter into this, and plug this into that wiring harness, and then plug your computer monitor right into there, and it would fire up. You wouldn't have any controls, but I mean, it would fire right up. And shoot, you could wire up a little control panel for yourself, and you'd be good to go. You could play it on your TV or whatever. So this is kind of cool. So that'll be my next. This was got a late Christmas gift, check with some money in it. So this is what I bought. So that'll be another project. This is a whole lot cheaper than buying CPS2 boards. So I have some CPS2 boards, so I don't know what I'm going to do with them, because those same games are on this. So if this has those games and they play really well and I'm satisfied, then I will probably shelf those CPS2 games. Hopefully they'll go up in value or something. Maybe I'll sell them after I clean them up and stuff. But we'll see how this works out. Reviews are pretty good on it. Biggest complaint I ever heard was because it's not JAMA compatible. So you just have to get an adapter. Once you get that adapter, I've heard it's plug and play. So we'll test that out. Put this back on the shelf over here. And so that's about it. This is Tony from YouCanDoItTech. hopefully that helps you guys all out. I did not touch any wires in the making of this video. I did not harm any cabinets in the making of this video. So that all you purist guys out there should be happy about that. So here we go with another video. I think this is probably episode 3. I have another pre-video to this that I haven't uploaded yet. So I'll upload it, edit it, I'll post it, then I'll upload this one, edit it, post this one. Hopefully I'm not making these videos too long, and hopefully they're being very helpful. I'm just trying to make them detailed and try and say everything that I'm thinking, because I hate videos that say, oh, 60-in-1 install, and they're like, I got the board, I plugged it in, it works. It's like, well, it's not always that easy. Or the guy says, my buddy installed this for me, look how cool it is. Well, I don't like people messing with my stuff, just because if something happens, I want to know how to fix it, and I want to learn stuff along the way too. And it's always good to know your own machines. You don't want to have to pay somebody to come fix a machine or anything like that. So if you have any questions, like I said, let me know, and I will see you guys next time.